So let's get racing. So hope everybody else is doing well out there. I am in preparation mode. There's a hurricane coming our way, and that's a lot of fun. I'm gonna prep for that. I don't know how many of you out there have ever prepped for a hurricane, but it's not all that fun. It's not fun at all. Let's move this overlay. Still loading in here, so hopefully this loads a little quicker. It's a very pretty game, so it normally takes a long time to load in, but I feel like it's going extra slow today.
Welcome back, Jim.
Oh, thanks, creepy robot lady. So many cars I haven't driven. So many I don't want to. This one I haven't driven. It's a nice car. Probably still faster. This one too. Nice. That's a pretty car. That's my baby right there. Almost perfect. This is very tough to handle. Which is why I like this one.
on, Pulse. Now, I'm looking over the Horizon Summer Seasonals that have just gone live, and I'm seeing some new seasonals and trials. Those all sound very cool. But where are the summer events for the rest of us? Dancing, seeing bands, getting ice cream? Come on! Amy's really planning on competing this year.
Let's find something to do. Let's see. Done with that. Done with that. Do we have any more of these? We do. We have a lot more. British Racing Green. What's that on over there? This one says we need to check that out.
Turn left. 200 yards. Turn left. Turn left.
Missed it by that much. By that much power.
In 400 yards. Turn right. Turn right.
He like hot. That was good.
You have arrived at your destination.
The students.
This is shaping up nicely. Time for a change of pace, though. At least at first. The next segment is about Land Rover, and we'll be starting out with the Type 3.
You're quite refined. Listen to this music. Very fancy.
Land Rover, the British sports utility vehicle. But before that, they were actual utility vehicles. Solid, tough trucks, unstoppable over almost any terrain.
In 400 yards. Turn left.
The Land Rover Type
Are you trying to
3
tell me to
marks
go
the
off
point where that
road?
shift begins. And we'll be looking at what that meant.
Recalculating route.
Land Rovers have taken on almost every task imaginable. They've been generators, tractors and ambulances. They've brought peace and carried medicines to disaster zones. They've even been buses. Over 500,000 Series 3s were built, and over 70% of those are still on the road today. They were extensively exported and built under license abroad. Belgium, South Africa, even Australia and New Zealand. With a robust chassis and signature Land Rover engineering, the Type 3 also marked the first time that buyers could choose interior options, like seat box protectors and cubby boxes.
What's a cubby box?
That trend continued, and by 1982, Land Rover were offering the county spec Type 3. Leisure drivers could choose from such luxuries as all-cloth seats, soundproofing, and tinted glass. The trend was increasingly clear, and the future of the Land Rover was starting to take shape. If you squinted, you could already see the shape of the first sports utility vehicle, the Range Rover. While the stock Type 3 would never be particularly fast uphill, there is almost no hill that it couldn't climb, or down for that matter, if you put a proper winch on it. In
Fancy driving my
1978, a
fancy
Series
road.
3 was
Sorry.
custom built for Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. It only had 1,892 miles on the clock when it was auctioned into private hands. And it was in perfect condition. It would be. After all, she trained as a mechanic in the 1940s and will likely remain the only royal able to strip and rebuild an engine.
In 100 yards, turn left. In 200
that
yards,
turn.
you will arrive at your destination.
Yay.
Along with the Range Rover, others would follow. Discovery, Defender, and the Freelander. Each a more sophisticated and enjoyable utility vehicle. But none of them were a replacement for the Type 3. They were a different kind of car. The Type 3 was arguably the first sports utility vehicle, an evolution of the design that would lead ultimately to this. The Bowler Nemesis, an off-road racing vehicle that turned into a production SUV, the Nemesis EXR.
This looks fun.
It sports a turbocharged 5-litre Land Rover Jaguar engine, crammed into a carbon fibre chassis with integral roll cage. It even has the grille, headlights and rear lights from a Range Rover.
Rip this lawn up. That's the scores. Oh, sorry about your fence there. Let's bank these points.
And there are no compromises
Yeah.
either. With a 0 to 60 time of an
3
unreal
stars, I will take
4.2
it.
seconds, all-wheel drive, and the ability to corner near instantly, the Nemesis provides adrenaline and sheer terror in equal measure. This is an all-terrain supercar. That's the only fair description for this. But that's what you get when you build an SUV with Land Rover DNA.
Boosh. Not that much cash. Doors. Come on, money. Show me money. Gotta run it in numbers.
If you want to swing by the garage, I've got that Lotus Elise polished up and looking pretty sweet.
Hope you're enjoying yourself. I know I am. It's great to be able to just focus on telling the story while someone else handles the driving for once. Let's get to the next one. This time, it's Lotus.
This time, it's Lotus.
Lotus Engineering Limited began as many stories in British engineering do, in an old barn. The first Lotus cars were offered as kits. You built them yourself. From 1962, they began to actually build the cars themselves. The Elan Sprint showed exactly what they intended to do. Built around a steel backbone with a fiberglass chassis, the Sprint weighed in at a meager 687 kilos parked on the curb. On the road, this translated into brilliant agility and fantastic performance. Designer Colin Chapman famously said, "Adding power makes you faster on the straights. Subtracting weight makes you faster everywhere." He knew what he was talking about.
In 100 yards, turn right.
You're not used to a car turning into this.
In 100 yards,
Next to the bump.
turn left.
Widely hailed as one of the greatest sports cars of the 1960s, the Elan would be closely studied and emulated, inspiring such masterpieces as the Mazda MX-5. The Elan has all the energy, style, and enthusiasm you would expect. Bold, quick, and fun. So much so that they put it in the name. The Elan Sprint was a financial as well as an engineering success for Lotus, validating their approach to design and resulting in a whole family of light, agile roadsters. Which brings us to this, the Lotus Exige. It's heavier than the Elan, admittedly, but it's faster. Much, much faster.
Smooth.
Touch the pedal, the Exige responds with instant, relentless acceleration, as you'd expect. With a 0 to 60 time of 3.8 seconds and a top speed of 170 before upgrades and tuning, the Exige is uncompromising. And there's no power steering, so you can really feel the road. A genuinely thrilling drive, and one that isn't afraid to demand you take it seriously.
In 100 yards,
Me? My controller disconnected in the middle? Are you, what the heck?
turn left.
In one word, Lotus is about the experience. Uncompromising, challenging. This is a car that demands you drive it well. And when you do, you'll see what the fuss is all about.
It's plugged in and everything. What is going on with my stupid controller?
I hate it's only more of it to push me to my verge. I roll my
400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
And with rumored launches of 2 new cars in 2020, Lotus looks set to push the benchmark of the experienced sports car well into the next century.
My controller disconnected. I literally have it plugged in. How did that happen?
Touch the pedal, the Exige responds with instant, relentless acceleration, as you'd expect. With a 0 to 60 time of 3.8 seconds and a top speed of 170 before upgrades and tuning, the Exige is uncompromising. And there's no power steering, so you can really feel the road. A genuinely thrilling drive, and one that isn't afraid to demand you take it seriously.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Can't blame that one on the controller. It was on me. They put a car in the exact same spot last time.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
And with rumored launches of 2 new cars in 2020, Lotus looks set to push the benchmark of the experienced sports car well into the next century.
Man, it's hard. I'm pushing the pedal to the metal, going as fast as I can, but it's way slow. I don't know. Tough. Let's do one more.
Done much rallying? That's a joke. We've all seen what you've been up to. We're doing the next bit on location. You'll see why when you
Is that
get
my
there.
car? Map.
In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
Ford, that most American of cars. But the Ford Escort, oh, that's British. And more than that, the Escort would become for many synonymous with Group B. In the 70s, Ford had embraced that destiny so firmly that they'd begun their own championships to find new drivers. Drivers for cars like the RS 1800. This was a car designed explicitly for rallying, with a powerful fuel-injected 1790cc Cosworth BDE engine.
Wow. It's specifically designed for rally, except it had no traction. I seriously, wow.
Homologation rules required that all cars entered into the group be production.
Wow, this thing
So
sucks.
Ford built 200 of them.
Sucks. Wow! I barely
The
tapped
RS
the brake, and
1800
it's, like,
raced to
going
victory after
straight left in
victory
there.
across the rallying world, on almost every continent and across every terrain type imaginable. This car was basically unbeatable.
Beatable except by its own traction.
The RS 1800 brought home 17 World Rally Championship victories for Ford. So, of course, Ford set out to design a better one. The RS 200 Evolution was their answer. A purpose-built rally car designed to do one thing: win Group B. With a 1.8 turbocharged Ford Cosworth BDT engine and all-wheel drive, the RS 200 had perhaps the best suspension platform
There we go.
of any car on
There
its
we
era.
go. That was pretty.
The chassis was fiberglass from Reliant, and a massive Ford parts bin was raided to give the
But out
car
of the
that
further.
iconic look.
Whoa! Come on, come on.
The end of Group B in the mid-80s meant the end of the RS 200 as a rallying car. Fortunately, Ford built over 200 as part of the homologation requirements for Group B, so you can still find them, if you're lucky.
Speaking of lucky, that would be me on that drive. Spiffing! Yeah, I'm gonna use that one. Alright, let's go check this out.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Summertime at Horizon. The skies are blue, the birds are singing, and there's barn
right
rumors
there.
floating through the festival air. Wanna come find one with me?
I do.
In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Way too much.
200 yards, turn
Man.
left.
The trick of these is you gotta look for like a weird protrudes. So I'm gonna start it's hidden in weird trees. Sometimes it's really kind of out in the open. It's that'll trick you, but...
Recalculating route. 200 yards, turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Sweet. Wreck it. Wreck it.
Hey Horizon, Amy here on Pulse, pumping out the biggest summertime tune. And you know we also like to bring you all the big abandoned car rumours, right? Well, how about a very, very small one? The car, I mean, obviously, not the rumour. The rumour is big, but the car is diddly. So make sure you search high and low, even into the littlest barns, and let us know when you find it.
Found it? Nice.
Found it.
Let me put on a dry shirt and I'll be there.
What? A dry shirt? That's gross. Why's your shirt wet, bro?
Wait, it can't be. That's a PLP 50. I've wanted one of these ever since I was small enough to fit in one of these. Come on, help me lift it.
I'll wheel it down to the garage and call you soon.
Just clap your hands now.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn sharp right. In 200 yards, turn left.
Oops, missed that turn. Yeah. Damn. All those points. Waste.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. You have arrived at your destination.
Let's see what this is all about. Let's see what we can do here.
Thanks for coming down. Don't worry, this isn't one of those now you must face the master things. This is a with our powers combined thing. This is a show Horizon what skill really is thing. And for that, you're gonna need some truly wicked rides. This is my 918 Spider. I love my 918 Spider.
Me too.
Hybrid sports car, light and powerful, accelerates like a rocket. Takes some time to master, but once you do, whew, wanna give it a go?
It's the exact car I was thinking.
Here's some traffic I prepared earlier. Show me what you got.
That's been yours, bro. Yup. Oh, it's about skill points. Stupid tree. Stealing all my points.
That's it!
That's it. Wait, say 3 stars. It's 3. So much sheep. Close.
You owned that spider. That was amazing. You can't actually have it though.
I
It's
do
mine.
own.
Call me
That's
up
fine.
soon, yeah? We'll go off-road.
Literally, it's like, oh, it's just better.
The thing about skills is, on-road, off-road, doesn't matter. You just want everybody looking at you. And if your streak never ends, they can never look away, right? So I want you to take my Audi Sport Quattro and keep my attention for as long as possible. And as we know, I have a very short attention span.
Interesting.
Drift some corners, catch some air, knock over a fence for all I care. If I'm watching, Horizon will be watching. Turn off here. I know 444 horses who can't wait to get back on the dirt.
Streak. I should have made it. Oh, I did.
Oh yeah, this is the spot. Show me that old school Group B fun.
Going, skill streak. It's gonna be oh no, that's not good. You've got to be kidding me. I gotta start this whole thing over now. Just lost that entire skill streak. How did that even happen? How did that even happen?
Drift some corners, catch some air, knock over a fence for all I care. If I'm watching, Horizon will be watching.
Hey there, brothers. It's the man. Stop. Go straight.
Turn off here. I know 444 horses who can't wait to get back on the dirt.
Bang to start.
Oh yeah, this is the spot. Show me that old school Group B fun.
Man. It's dangerous. That little bump there.
Not bad, but I know what that thing is capable of. Come on.
Up. 185 for 2 stars. That's crazy. I'll get it. It's a destination right there. It's like, oh my god. It's not. Yeah, no. Uh-oh. So I got half to mess around. That's 7,000. Just add 2 stars. I definitely got 2 stars.
Yep, you have my full attention right now. Keep it going.
Wire though.
Just got a call from the festival. The whole place is at a standstill watching you. Nice work. I'll start working on our next demo and, can I have my Audi back now?
Oh, I hope I get that skirt. Yeah.
Did somebody order a car? Extra small? Ready for you?
Extra small.
Oversteering is a skill. E-braking is a skill, sure. You know what else is a skill? Keeping your foot planted even when the speed pulls your lips back off your teeth. Come on, I want to show you something. Bugatti EB110 Supersport. It's got four-wheel drive, so it will handle, but you give this thing an open road and, well, you'll see.
I've got your route. Head for the motorway.
12-year missions before right. That's once in a
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Mine should have a lot more than 5.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
You know what's awesome at high speed? Losing traction. Just a tiny bit.
Crap, did not mean to press that. That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. Why is everybody changing this?
Come on, push harder. We've still got a finish line to get to.
A 45, man. I need 20 more.
What did I tell you? Stop the accelerator and blink and you're halfway to Edinburgh. You can bring it on back now. And call me soon, yeah?
30. 45. 5. Wheel spin. Alright. Let's do one of these wheel spins. I got a bunch. Let's see what we get. Pink hat. black sweatpants. Alright, hit me one time. Well, I'll take the 2 Gs, but it was right over 100,000 Gs. A little disappointing. Let's see how much money I got for my businesses. 31, 25, and 32. Not too shabby. Alright, y'all. I think that's about all the time I got for today. So, once again, this is Laggy Jim. Hope you enjoyed hearing me talk. Appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you next time. So yeah, this is Laggy Jim. Thanks for tuning in.